What is up, guys? I just wanted to give a bit of an update about the whole Andrew Tate situation and what's been going on. And I just wanted to point out one thing that is super important about this whole situation, and that is they messed up. Whoever was trying to convict him or is trying to convict him, whoever is trying to cancel him and get rid of him and all that type of stuff, the matrix, as he calls it, has failed. There was a crack in the matrix, and they got arrogant, and they made a big mistake, and they let him grow way too much, which is something that they hadn't let happen in the past with other people that they tried to get rid of. With him, they just let him go and go and go. Initially, that he built such a big platform that now they did not expect people to be defending him, but people are defending him, and people are calling out what is going on, right? And just to remind you guys what how this whole thing started. Initially, he was talking about random topics, a lot of topics, and he got accused of misogyny or basically hating women, which is something that has been very women have been used within the last, as far as I can remember, maybe past couple of decades. They've been used to basically as weapons to attack men. Meaning, if they don't like a guy, they accuse him of something sex related, most likely, or something um, bigotry related, and they will get rid of the guy, right? And it doesn't have to always be true. Sometimes there's a truth to it, there's some truth to it, and sometimes there isn't any truth to it. And that is how they try to get rid of people. Like, if you go back, and women are a big factor in that, right? They tried to cancel Joe Rogan. They couldn't find any woman things to cancel him for, so they tried to go the whole racist route, right? They tried to cancel a lot of people, and in the past, people did not have big enough platforms. Therefore, they just got canceled, and no one defended them, and we just let it go under the rug. With Andrew Tate, with Joe Rogan, with Andrew Tate specifically, he got too big that now people are calling it out. They're calling out what they saw, right? Let's go back to the beginning, how they tried to cancel him. All these different social media platforms at the same time banned him. At the same time, that these social media platforms that were supposed to be supposedly unrelated, they all banned him at the same time. And he went out and he said that. And that, I think, just that saying that woke up a lot of people to, oh, there's something going on here, right? And a lot of people already had suspicions that something was going on. A lot of people had suspicions that, if they wanted to get rid of someone, they would get rid of someone. But that sort of confirmed that aspect of it. And so that was the beginning of it. And I think he got a lot of people on his side when they noticed that there is something that is fishy that is actually going on. And then he said the next step would be like making up allegations and all that type of stuff. And they did make up, possibly make up, allegedly, and maybe it's true, and who knows? But I genuinely believe that it is not true. As far as I can tell, I genuinely believe he's a good person, and I believe in innocent until proven guilty, obviously, and I believe all people. It should be like a pretty common take to believe innocent until proven guilty, but there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in the world. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there. What I do want to say is the second step was these allegations, correct? And it is fascinating to me how much things will come out, like the Vice documentary, all that type of stuff, the videos, the Abba and Preach even. Fascinating that at this point they decided to make this video because I think Abba and Preach have some aspect of integrity. They do have integrity, I believe, and they will flip flop based on the evidence, I believe, because they're following the truth. That's what I believe, as far as I can tell from what I've seen of them. But all these things piling on, I don't think a lot of us, I think what we're noticing is that there is a political or a um, agenda hit job, sort of a witch hunt that's going on here. And this isn't about seeking the truth. This isn't about seeking justice. This isn't about the victims and, seeking whatever, the benefit of the victims and all that type of stuff. These are women that have been paid over a long period of time. They've been trying to pay these women to accuse him of things. And they finally found a couple of women that were willing to accept, possibly. That's a possible scenario, right? So I think a lot of people are calling bull on the situation, and I think the whole Johnny Depp situation is something that needs to be considered as well with the Amber Heard and all that stuff. And you need to keep in mind that Johnny Depp lost the first trial in England, right? So he was falsely accused of something, and he lost that trial. And then he went to the whole trial that was here in the US, and during that trial he won that one. But a lot of people, you have to remember that a lot of people believed her in the beginning of the trial, right? And only when it became popular to hate on her, that's when people started to flip a bit. So they tried to cancel him as well, and they did. They succeeded with canceling him using women, and the whole they will use women to take any influence away if they don't like your influence, right? Whatever, whichever way, whether it's your wife, whether it's whoever it is, they will use that angle as one of the ammunitions that they have in order to cancel you. And any man who has dealt with enough women, and that is why I avoid dealing with women as much as possible, unless it is someone I trust very deeply and very heavily. And even then, you don't know. But any man who's dealt with enough women knows that they can be used as tools to destroy his life. And this is the unfortunate reality that we live in nowadays, especially for young men. So the whole, and it's very unfortunate because men, a lot of men want to have a good relationship with a woman. They want to love a woman. They want to care for a woman. But anyway, this whole thing looks like a political hit job, and I don't think they thought that people would be defending him. And now people are defending him, and they were arrogant in assuming that people were just going to let it slide under the rug, right? They were arrogant because they thought they had all the control and they could let him grow as much as possible, as much as they wanted to, and he can grow and say whatever he wants, and when we don't like it, we'll just get rid of him. They thought they had that power, but the power isn't in likes on social media, isn't in the bots on social media, isn't in the what's it called when they basically they hide your shadow banning in social media. That's not where the power stands. The power is still, as far as now, early 2023, the power is still in the streets. And we saw what happened in Greece. We saw what's going on all around the world, and people are calling bull on that stuff. College students may be um, quick to accuse him of all the things that they're thought to accuse him of. But in reality, the vast majority of people, or a very large portion of the human population, is saying, "Listen, enough is enough. We've uh, we've let this slide long enough, and this isn't gonna keep on going on. We're not gonna keep sending people to jail over nothing. We're not gonna keep punishing people for speaking the truth, or saying their opinion. It might not be the truth, even saying their opinion." That isn't like a radical opinion by any stretch of the imagination. Saying the stuff that he said, a lot of the stuff that he said, he wasn't saying like anything. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. But a lot of people are calling this situation for what it is, and they're defending him. And I think the system, the matrix, or whatever you want to call it, messed up by letting him grow too big, and now he has defenders. And I think the defenders that he has, the people who align with his message, a lot of the people who align with his message align with it because there is an aspect of values in his message, right? He pushes for traditional values. He pushes for basically caring about the things that actually matter, such as family and religion and God, and the things that, over history, over the years, and valuing other human beings, especially those that are close to you within a close circle, and integrity and courage, all those traits, those are the things that he pushes. Those are part of the things that he pushes. And therefore, the people who align with it have an aspect of all those traits, and that is why he's being defended. Like he said, he does not have followers. No, he does not have subscribers or whatever. He has fans. He has people who actually will defend him and care for him. So let's see how this plays out. But I think this is something that was unexpected. The fact that people are defending him is something